More evacuations in Midwest as floodwaters head downstream. St. Louis AP. Heavy rainfall and snowmelt have led to dangerously high water in creeks and rivers across several Midwestern states, with the Missouri River hitting record high levels in many areas. At least 2 deaths. While river depths were starting to level off in parts of Nebraska on Sunday, the water is so high in many places that serious flooding is expected to remain for several days. And downstream in Iowa, the Missouri River reached 30.2 feet (9.2 meters) Sunday in Fremont County in the state's far southwestern corner, 2 feet (0.6 meter) above the record set in 2011. People in the town's County Emergency Management Director Mike Crecelius said it wasn't just the amount of the water, it was the swiftness of the current that created a danger. This Thurman has about 200 residents. About 50 people. Lucinda Parker of Iowa Homeland Security and Emergency Management said nearly 2,000 people have been evacuated at 8 Iowa locations since flooding began late last week. Most were staying in Nebraska. The Missouri River flooded off at Air Force Base, with about 1/3 of it underwater on Sunday. Spokeswoman hundreds of people remained out of their homes in Nebraska, where floodwaters reached record levels at 17 locations. The Nebraska emerged in hard-hit Sarpy County, Nebraska. Up to 500 homes have been damaged, including some cabins along a lake, said Greg London of the Sarpy County Sheriff's Office. The damage followed. London said many of the damaged homes are wet up to the roof line and likely ruined. Nearly 300 people have been rescued from high water across the state. At least 2 people have died in the floodwaters. Elido Rojas. 2 men remain missing. A Norfolk man with downstream in St. Joseph, flooding was causing problems for passenger train service between Kansas City, Missouri, and St. Louis. The rising Mississippi River also was creating concern. The Mississippi flooding has also been reported in Minnesota, South Dakota, and Wisconsin. In Green Bay, AP reporter Jeff Bainan in Minneapolis contributed to this report.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.